What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video, or welcome to the channel. Guys, Alex Pereira just shocked the world again. Jiri Prochazka just shocked the world again. Merab just did what he normally does. I could talk about some other fights on the card, but I'm not going to do that. First, before I get into this, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment whatever you want to. Like, subscribe, come on, it's free, do it. And comment, I want to hear your guys' opinions. Now, guys, let's get straight into it. I'm going to talk about Jiri Prochazka versus Khalil Rountree. Absolutely amazing fight. Now, I didn't put out a prediction video to this, but I predicted this fight pretty well. My thought of this fight was Khalil Rountree would probably win the first round or begin to win the fight, but then Jiri Prochazka would put the pace and pressure on him, break Khalil Rountree, and TKO or KO him, and that's what happened. But it happened a little late in the third round with not that much time left, Khalil Rountree started out just on smoke. He went in all weird and stuff with his normal walkout, just walking out hands down. And he went out on smoke and just picked apart Jiri Prochazka for 10 minutes. He picked him apart in the first round, obviously with his leg kicks and just timing his boxing very well. Muay Thai, amazing, right? Did the same thing in the second round. Third round comes. Khalil starting to do the same thing, but he's slowing down a little bit. I noticed it about a minute or 45 seconds into the first round. I think Jiri Prochazka hit a couple shots, and I noticed Khalil Rountree's shots got significantly slower. Jiri Prochazka started pushing the pace, and he started putting it on Khalil Rountree. And Khalil Rountree's holy, that's a crazy stutter. Khalil Rountree's shots started getting slower, and then he broke. Khalil Rountree is a quitter. We all know this. If you ever watched a Khalil Rountree fight, if you ever watched him lose a fight, you know that he's a quitter. Anytime adversity comes his way, anytime it's not going his way, he breaks, he gives up, he quits. And that's what happened. And also, Jiri Prochazka put it on him. He pressured him. He didn't give up. And even in the first and second round, anytime Khalil would hit Jiri with a good shot, Jiri would make a face like, okay, whatever, you hit me, but I'm still in this. Jiri was getting angry at himself. I gotta say, Jiri Prochazka did not look like his usual self. Obviously, his stance is always going to be weird. But he did look a little off. He looked a little flat-footed, and he just didn't look like his regular self in this fight. So I'm wondering, I don't know, maybe there was an injury. I think there was something wrong with Jiri Prochazka's legs or something. I don't know, maybe he was sick, or maybe it was just an off night. But it doesn't matter. Jiri Prochazka, he had the gas tank, or they both kind of gassed out in the third round, but Jiri Prochazka just pressured Khalil Rountree, and Khalil Rountree was too gassed. They started elbowing each other a little bit, getting in those tie clinches. Jiri Prochazka kept trying to chuck this flying knee at Khalil Rountree, and it wasn't working. I don't know why he kept attempting that. And then he knocks out Khalil Rountree cold, wobbles him first, knocks out Khalil Rountree cold against the cage. Absolutely amazing. Jiri Prochazka is something we've never seen before. People forget this guy Jiri Prochazka beats everyone except Alex Pereira, which we will talk about this fight later. Absolutely amazing. I would say I predicted the fight pretty well. Not that well because, it happened pretty later than I thought. But man, amazing performance by Jiri Prochazka. Let's talk about Merab versus Sandhagen. This is just another GOAT defense for Merab. Everyone thought this was going to happen, but Merab even surprised us in this fight. First, let's talk about the first round. Corey Sandhagen goes out there, and here, let me make sure I'm recording. Okay, yeah, I just had PTSD from recording this and then not record, and then it end up being not recorded. Merab went out there, looked like his usual self, but Corey Sandhagen looked pretty good. He was sharp, he was faster. Obviously, it's Corey Sandhagen, right? But you can't keep it up for that long with Merab, and especially after. So the first round, Corey Sandhagen wins, pieces up Merab, defends the takedowns, just better in the first round. First round, Corey Sandhagen wins. Second round, Merab wobbles Corey Sandhagen, knocks him down on the foot. Corey Sandhagen has a problem of backing up with his chin in the air like that, leaning back, and you can't do that against any fighter. And I was about to say especially Merab, but not especially Merab. Just against any fighter, you can't go back with your head leaning back like that. And Corey Sandhagen learned that the hard way. Everyone wants to talk about his intelligence, but he does stuff like that, right? I hate how everyone dick rides Corey Sandhagen. And, oh, he's so smart. His intelligence, he's such a technical fighter. Stop. He's a guy who doesn't adjust. He's a guy who makes mistakes like that. He doesn't adjust in fights. And he just faints all day, right? But in this fight, he did do pretty good. Not really. He got dominated 4-1, right? But he almost gets knocked out. Merab. Now, Merab, man, you had Corey Sandhagen shook and wobbled. You knocked him down. You had him. Why are you clinching? And why are you trying to take him down? After that whole exchange happens, Merab almost knocks out Corey Sandhagen. Almost TKOs him. Got so close. Merab gets a body lock. Now, this was a takedown in this fight that annoyed me and I loved at the same time. Because it was boring a lot of the times. With Merab just having that body lock on Corey Sandhagen, the back body lock when Merab's on his back body lock, and he just kept taking him down from there. I think Merab was definitely thinking of his 100 takedown record or whatever. He's like, oh, I'm just 3 takedowns away. He just started farming those takedowns. He got 20 of them. Pretty amazing. Broke a championship fight record. First guy to get 20 takedowns. Of course, typical Merab, goes out there breaking records. Absolutely amazing performance by Merab. He just took over. I think it was the 3rd or 4th round. At the end of the round, Merab had a chance to darce Corey Sandhagen or just get his guillotine choke, whatever choke on Corey Sandhagen, and he didn't do it. He laid on top of him with the head and arm lock with the side. He had about 45 seconds left. Merab, you could have tried to darce. You really could have tried to darce or some sort of guillotine. Why didn't you, man? Come on. I would have liked to see you try, but whatever. Merab, typical Merab performance though. Went in there, spammed the takedowns. It was an entertaining fight though. When you see someone taking down someone over and over again, it's entertaining a lot. But there was a lot of dull, boring moments in the fight. But I don't care. Merab, very good title defense. Man, he's just racking them up. I would love to see UFC. Merab wants it. Get Merab versus Pereira Yan December. Have Volk main event. Merab co-main. Merab wants it. He wants to stay active. And why would you deny him that? Give it to Merab. Guys, let's talk about the Poatan, the Buoha. Alex Poatan Pereira. Goes out there, shocks the world, shocks me. I thought in this fight, Ankalaev was going to walk Alex Pereira down and TKO or KO him. And that did not happen. Alex Pereira, the second the fight started, goes out there on smoke and immediately starts pressuring Ankalaev. And about 15 seconds in, I was like, oh no. Ankalaev is really about to get smoked here because he looked mad uncomfortable. Very uncomfortable. And Alex was just in his face the whole time. He came out swinging with hooks. Of course, it's Alex Pereira. Hooks his straights. Inside kick, outside kick, low kicks. And then he hits Ankalaev with a right hand. Wobbles Ankalaev a little bit. And then Ankalaev kind of falls into a shot. I honestly kind of think it was a delayed knockdown. But Ankalaev made it look like a shot. Actually, no. I think Ankalaev just shot because he was wobbled. But when you're wobbled and you shoot, that it's a weak shot. You can't be wobbled and shoot. A lot of the times that turns into a weak shot. It was a weak shot. Alex Pereira gets top position. Magomed Ankalaev covers up. I didn't think he was hurt in this position. That's the thing. And I was yelling, Herb Dean, do not stop the fight. Because Alex Pereira was raining down shots on Ankalaev, and they're all hitting his glove. And I was like, okay, Herb Dean, do not stop the fight. He's not hurt, right? But it turns out he was hurt because Ankalaev, you have to change your position. You cannot cover up and let someone rain shots down on you. You have to move. You have to try to scramble. You have to try to put offense of your own. You have to try to do something to get out of that position. Ankalaev stayed covered up, and Alex Pereira rained down shots, punches, started doing 12-6 elbows. All of those elbows hit Ankalaev's gloves. But when your hands are covering up against yourself, and even if someone's raining down elbows and they're hitting your gloves, that's still going to wobble and hurt you. Alex Pereira TKO's Ankalaev in about a minute and 30 seconds into the fight. Absolutely amazing. To recapture your belt like that in a rematch after saying, making excuses. I thought Pereira was making excuses for his last fight against Ankalaev. I was like, he was sick, injured. He really was, I guess, right? Because he came in this fight, and I don't think Ankalaev was expecting that pressure. No one was. Really, no one was. And one thing about this fight, wasn't me or did Alex Pereira look significantly bigger in this fight? Not significantly, but decently bigger. That maybe it was just his the presence he had in the cage of going close to Ankalaev and pressuring him like he did, and his energy. But he did look like he gained a little muscle and mass from in this fight camp. He looked bigger, and that definitely made a difference. He looked a little more powerful. And he looked faster even. This Pereira looks good, and I know it's only a short version of this Pereira we've seen, but he looks good. How does this guy keep improving? How does he keep doing it? I don't know. Now, who should Pereira fight next? It depends. Does he want to go to heavyweight? Because I would love to see him go to heavyweight and fight the winner of Gane versus Aspinall at the White House. Which I believe is going to be Aspinall. If Alex Pereira wants to go to heavyweight, you do Aspinall versus Pereira at the White House. That's the only fight to make, and they're on the same schedule now, you know? Now, if he wants to do one more fight at 205, it's Carlos Ulberg. I would love to see Jiri Prochazka versus Alex Pereira, but number 3, but Pereira has already beat him 2 times, and Carlos Ulberg is on a way longer win streak than Jiri Prochazka. Jiri Prochazka is only on a 2-fight win streak, right? I know Yuri's beating way better opponents, but Carlos Ulberg, he's a newer opponent, a new puzzle to solve for Pereira. So if Pereira wants to fight at 205 again, it's going to be Carlos Ulberg, and I think it should be because it adds to Pereira's legacy. I think he would beat Carlos Ulberg. I think he would knock him out. And I think that's just another thing you could add to Pereira's legacy. Guys, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment whatever you want. This card was absolutely amazing. We haven't seen a card like this in a while. Or maybe we have. I don't know. It's hard to think right now. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment whatever you want. Amazing card. Pereira just shocked the world again. Peace out.